I still have not been able to make too many changes to the zombie deck as of late, because there's only a few cards I still really that badly want for it, and they're coming in pretty slowly, but I did manage to finally pocket Plaguespreader Zombie. Return one card from hand to top of the deck to special summon this card from graveyard, but if I do, banish it when it leaves the field. So yeah, whether or not I just need like a dark monster that also is a tuner, specifically level 2, I mean, Creebons did that, but if this ends up in my graveyard, unlike the Creebons, this I can actually just recover with its own effect. So let's just say, yeah, I have 3 copies of Radko, and then the mill actually hits Plaguespreader Zombie, then that's just one more monster I can summon from the graveyard, pair those with any 4 to get to my level 6s, mainly Bryanek. And I have like a few level 6s in here as well. 2 copies of Caius, Chaos Sorcerer, and this one right here that you can normal summon without tributing. Yeah, so this plus any of my 6s lets me get into my level 8s, of which I only really have Colossal Fighter and Thought Ruler that are like worth playing right now. Stardust Dragon, Red Dragon, Archfiend, I still do not have those. I know they're in Duelist Genesis, and I was looking up how to unlock some packs. Specifically, you have to go and defeat a bunch of opponents 3 times that you can only actually do so after story mode's done anyways. Two of them, specifically Aki and Zape, those are the 2 monkey guards those were the 2 guards of Zeman's castle. Yeah, 2 monkeys guarding Zeman, the 8 King's castle, back in the spirit world. You had to, but you only got to duel them each once, as part of actual story mode. So to actually get back there, first things first, I assume you have to just finish all story mode. Was only able to duel the 2 monkey guards for one thing, like one time only, during actual story mode itself. And Luna's how we got to the spirit world every time we did that in story mode, so it's gonna be Rue's probably gonna take us back again. This is how I got here like the past 2-3 times. So my first hunch was to just go talk to Luna again and get here that way. I mean, that's how I got here every other time. So I'm gonna see if Aki and Zape are still somewhere in Z-Man's castle. And yeah, this is his castle, alright. Could just go double check the list of everybody I have to beat 3 times to unlock this pack. But I can only assume that they're all in Z-Man's castle. Every single one of these opponents I need to defeat 3x. They're all in the castle, I can only assume. Yeah, first time in a while I was able to come back here and I get a Necro Guard enough for my trouble. Yeah, first time coming back here in what feels like forever. And now this is another door that opens that I don't believe I've ever opened before. And it's a box puzzle. And this is a box puzzle. Was this whole area, like, simply inaccessible until you've already completed story mode? Is that the case? Was it simply, like, never possible to ever get here until story mode was done already? Okay, so I see there's like 1 treasure box that's being given to me practically for free since I got to this room. This one's basically a freebie. It's Card Trader. I don't think anybody ever used that. And like, I think nobody's ever played that. I'm just seeing how we're actually supposed to proceed in this box puzzle here. I think I kind of see it now. I mean, also, yeah, looking at the mini-map certainly helps. That helps a lot. That's a good idea to look at the mini-map. So back here, underneath this, I don't imagine there could be anything unless there's a very, like, cleverly hidden, like, treasure box. This one's gonna be a nightmare to get to, surely now. Yeah, first time ever seeing this box puzzle area. So I'm just thinking logically, where can the boxes go? And how can I push them in such a way that I'll never just make an area inaccessible? Less card swap and more puzzle boxes, and more box puzzles right now. Even though I mainly just play Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's for the actual card game. We're in another box puzzle right now. There's only one way this box can even move, right? Looks like it can only move a single way. Also, I did leave something down here. Might as well just go grab this before I forget about it entirely. And it's a second copy of Dimensional Prison. I will take that. Yeah, we're putting that in the bank. There was a Magic the Gathering game on Dreamcast? This is news to me. Anyways, where can some of these, like, boxes even go anyways? Once I move this one forward, it's like, yeah, I guess that's it. And a Royal Decree, wow. There was some pretty good stuff in the back of this box puzzle room anyways. Some good stuff in the back. Unsurprisingly, like, treasure box you have to work for the hardest are gonna have, like, the best loot, to nobody's surprise. Now it just makes me wonder what could be in this very last one. I gotta run all the way back, painstakingly run the whole way back, and not just use Y to reset the puzzle, because if I did that, everything I picked up would just be, like, removed from my inventory and placed back in its respective spot. Yeah, let's lock in those cards that we picked up, not have to get them again. You know, one of which is my second copy of Dimensional Prison, so I don't need to use a password to... Well, if I want to have 3 copies, I still probably will need to use a password, likely, to get the last one. Unless I can also maybe just randomly find a third one somewhere else, whether it be in a card pack or just maybe even out in the wild. I don't know what the point of pushing this any further in is supposed to be. Is there supposed to be anything underneath this, like, ledge here? I just want to get all the way in the back, see if I can even do that. Still want to try and get all the way in the back there. So I'm thinking I could try something, maybe, maybe not. Is there a better place this box can go? Honestly, I'm not even sure. Yeah, I'm thinking there's definitely a way I can do this that I haven't tried yet. This one can be moved to the left. I didn't try that yet. It can only be moved to the left from this position. Otherwise, just move that up, and then that one has to go up, and then I box myself in. That one goes up twice. And then this one can go to the left 3 times. And then I can just run straight in the back and grab this right here. Stuffed collar uniform? Oh, I got some clothes. I don't know, I would have probably rather, like, I honestly think I would have preferred, like, a rare but powerful card. But no, I'm gonna find new clothes back there. Move some extra boxes around just for some clothes. Does this outfit look any good on me? The one that I just picked up. I gotta go in here to see. Not bad at all. Okay, maybe I don't want to walk around dressed in piss yellow. Okay, we're dressing up like that. Alright, gonna go with that shade of purple. So yeah, there's 2 of these monkey guards for the record. If I go back here again, I think that's where Z-Man would be. A gear-like sound seems to be coming from somewhere. Maybe something happened in the locker room next door. Oh, I really have to repeat this puzzle again to even... Do I really have to repeat this puzzle again, or can I just walk... No, I can just... Oh, never mind. We already did this. I guess if I'm really in doubt, I can just go and look at myself, just do the solution again. I could just look at exactly what I did on a previous livestream where I actually solved this puzzle. Standing here, boring. Duel, fun. Ancient temple from Final Fantasy VII. That's what this looks like? Anyways, yeah, we'd just be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Still. Yeah, I don't really do anything with the fact that every monster's a zombie just yet, though. Oh, the clock puzzle, that was based off of something for Final Fantasy VII. That whole clock puzzle. Shrink. So... I'm still gonna keep my monster, but I'm not gonna destroy that rat in battle. Yeah, that way that rat's not gonna float into another monster when it dies if I destroy that card effect. think we'll do... I'm gonna try Gale the Whirlwind here. Could just go make Thought Ruler Archfiend and see how far we get with that. Or even just having Gale have the attack of all his monsters is pretty nice too. Let's see what happens if we go, like... Let's see what happens here. So far, so good. Man, 2 back row and they're not activating for any... And they're not activating. I guess, yeah, something to protect Gale, if need be. Oh, wow. Let me see if I can just maybe potentially win this turn. I guess I'll just take his Mad Dog of Darkness then, since with Zombie World on the field I can. Alright, that was so nice, we'll do it twice. Because I think the win that I got against him, because I had to defeat him at least once for the sake of doing story mode, I think that might count perhaps towards your 3 wins. Yeah, it says here, yeah, my record against this Monkey Guard is 2 wins so far. You're forced to defeat him at least once, and exactly once in story mode. Yeah, because the man sends his guards to abduct you to kidnap you when you're trying to, like, trespass in the castle, so you have to defeat them in duels for them to leave you alone. Once and exactly once, though. So I'm under the assumption that counts towards 3 wins. So I gotta just defeat each of these monkeys again twice to actually get the 3. Gonna go ahead and banish both with Warrior Lady. Yeah, not really getting many strong monsters right now. I have Raikou and, like, my 2 tuners that I just used to, like, synchro summon. I was gonna let Raikou take care of this monster. Okay, I got some nice mills, except I need, like, an actual Book of Life or something to capitalize off the fact there's a Goku N now in my graveyard, a 2400 attack beat stick. Alright, let's just run out something to start attacking with. It's not much, but let's just run out something. We have to, like, win a bunch of duels to unlock some of these packs, so... we gotta get on the ground with something. I think I'm just gonna maybe wait for him to play another monster and then try Mirror Force or Torrential here. I think I'd rather wait for another monster to come down. Or I guess we can just have Raikou take care of the next monster he plays. Enraged Battle Ox. I'm actually gonna Mirror Force here. That's gonna clear out 2 monsters. Green Baboon. I completely forgot about that, and that can summon itself from hand. Hand or graveyard. Raikou's just gonna take care of it anyways. So I guess we'll just see if my opponent has a monster or not here. That he does. Raikou, and what do you mean Raikou in a generic beast deck? I'm not the one playing beasts. Oh, there's something. This is what I'm actually playing, Andy. I think this should, like, tip you off to what I'm actually running. Yeah, Raikou's just good removal, plus a mill 3 on top of that. And there's some monsters I really want to have in my graveyard, too, especially if I also happen to have a Book of Life on hand. Yeah, this should really tip you off to what I'm playing. He doesn't want to attack my Pyramid Turtle to give me another zombie, I see. Shrink down my Pyramid Turtle. In any case, yeah, it's still gonna die in battle, and still, I'm gonna go and summon another monster from the deck with it. Surprisingly, no. I mean, yeah, there is still more pressure to be played, don't get me wrong. It's just... do I want to go back to it anytime soon? Or do I want to attack this rat because it's going to float into another monster if I do? We'll see if he attacks to try and just summon something else from the deck with rat, or... okay, I guess not. Just gonna set another monster, put the rat in defense mode, and pass. And that's where we win. Now that you've mentioned it, I probably was gonna ask about 500%, and I haven't done any attempts either. Yeah, after pretty much having 450 just kill me for like the past 3 weeks. Then you wonder just why I'm so hesitant to go do 500 straight away. Even though, yeah, I definitely got the potential to maybe get far. But after 3 weeks of 450 attempts, I'm like, okay, I want a break from this. You're skipping over 450. I was gonna do 475. And then the new modifiers came in, I'm like, okay, maybe it does make more sense just to go straight to 500 since there's more options on the table now. There's one fewer option, but there's like 4+ more options than when I was doing actual 450 runs. You win. We haven't even started yet. It was hard for me when I did it. Not as hard as 450, obviously, but... How is it not even that hard for you? Are you just, like, naturally better at the game than I am? There's no way you beat it in 3 attempts. Oh, destroyed by battle. If Raigo destroys it with its effect, then it's not by battle. And I could just dust the spiritual force if it becomes a problem anyways. %, you did the whole thing, you did the whole shebang in one sitting. Probably very doable, but I still find that hard to believe. Because I can assure you that, I can assure you I did not have that easy a time when I was doing it. Oh nice, I popped the Torrential Tribute. Who's in my graveyard to bring back? Pyramid Turtle, that's about it. %, is 100 times harder than what? 400 or 450? Because if I ever actually take 500% seriously, I'd like to know, like, what we're referencing here. Ah, okay. So maybe I stand a chance. Jumping from 450 to 500, maybe I'd stand a chance if I were to do that. 3,000 attack? Wait, if you normal summon this without tributing, it should become 1900. Right? Still very respectable. That's still very respectable for no tributes. Where is... I'm gonna take Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind on this one. I guess here we'll just summon Spirit Reaper and then do a Synchro 6. Make a level 6 Synchro with us. Is there like only like one in here that I actually want to play? I can't even remember the last time I summoned one of the other like 2 or 3 options I had for this level. Yeah, return cards from field to hand. This pretty much just eclipses all the other options I have, really. I'll just take a Pyramid Turtle on this one. What do I have in my back row that I could even activate anyways right now? Call of the Haunted. What else could we put on the battlefield? Either a Pyramid Turtle, a Tomato, or a Blackwing, or a Spirit Reaper. Okay, I just drew another Book of Life. I can't activate it because I don't have a monster in my opponent's graveyard to banish, so I can't use it. I don't need to use it anyways. And I don't even need to use it. So it should be 2 wins total against Zape over here. Yep. Let's make it an even 3. Let's make it 3 now. Oh, so you took off GOM, right, to put Chaos on? Easy to miss substage trip mines. Yeah, especially with the fog on that I had going for me earlier. Witching Hour, if you put that in, I never did put Witching Hour in. Yeah, that's something I never put in. I'm gonna Fisher that Warwolf. Yeah, not to mention the 26-second ads. It's even worse when you have Witching Hour in and she's still moving towards you while you can't because the ad's playing. That's even worse. Oh, so you actually still do have that on. I'm tempted to just go and put it on and see if I still get that Roblox Plus that I've been getting all the time. I mean, to be fair, we are in August. It's like they know. So, X-Saber Air Bellum is going to force me to discard a random card from my hand. You go, ouch. Can I activate Gores before or after? Before or after discarding? So I'm discarding either Dimensional Prison or Zombie Master. I'll throw the token in attack mode. This should be fine. So yeah, I got a 2700 and a 1600 attack monster from that Gores. Just seeing what's worth bringing back, if anything, from my graveyard with a Book of Life. We'll just go Battle Phase. Summoning this in attack mode. You can do what to negate the attack? Discard one fabled monster to negate the attack. I'm gonna go into my graveyard, and for the first time in this specific... Yeah, for the first time in this series, we're gonna activate Plaguespreader Zombie. Just bring that back with its own effect. And now I can do a Synchro Summon again with Plaguespreader. And Zombie Master. Even if, let's just say, my opponent could theoretically negate the attack if I attack this, I'll just return it to hand with Brionac and make sure he can't do that. I'll just use Brionac again. So yeah, that's now, I believe, 3 wins total against both the monkey guards. Alright, this pack list, where is it? Oh yeah, there's the page on GameFAQs. This is the one I've been referring to a few times whenever, like, I need to look up how to unlock something. So, the Duelist Genesis. Here we are. Duelist Genesis. Defeat the following duelists 3 times each. Aiki, Zape, so those 2 are done. Key Mace number 2. And Gate Mace. Gate Mace is actually hidden behind the tree in the very first section of the forest. Doesn't tell me where Key Maces 1 and 2 are. So is this a certified wiki game? I didn't really need to go look up anything to do story mode. This is just for, like, more unlockable content. Story mode was done, like, yeah, like 3 days ago, I believe. I'm literally just playing for more unlockable content and just to make the dream deck in this game. Yeah, to unlock everything, which we're not going to be doing, I don't think. I'm probably not unlocking everything. But yeah, just saying. Probably going to need to use the wiki to just even know some of these things in the first place. Well, we found the first key mace. Yeah, so for example, I don't remember exactly which duelist it was, but you unlock another opponent in this game by summoning Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth. Like, how am I supposed to know I'm gonna want to summon this boss monster that's not at all worth going through the trouble to summon just to, like, get 100% completion? Or one step closer to it. Nah, man, Bones has nothing on this zombie deck. You want to duel with me. Now, don't think I'm a pushover just because I'm a spirit, okay? Can nobody in this spirit world afford a dual disc? I think I'm literally playing like one of his cards in my deck. Anyways, yeah, good night, Physicist. I think I'm literally playing exactly one card from Bones' deck in mine. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, Call of the Haunted, at least back in the day, was like a staple. And now it's like... I don't even think like people really are on Monster Reborn, which is just almost like a... pretty much a better version. Monster Reborn is basically just like a better, like, yeah, and nobody's really on it. So yeah, unsurprisingly, Call of the Haunted in today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Sees even less play. That's the best we can do right now, I believe. Attacking directly again. Yeah, I take half damage whenever it does attack directly with its effect, though. Yeah, especially today, traps are too slow. Especially if you're not going first. Especially if you don't go first. Oh, right now it's in the spell or trap zone because, well, it's a crystal beast. They do that. No, I'll just go battle phase with what I do have. We'll even send in the Raiko for 200. When was Volcanic, like, even, like, last good? When was that even good? If I play one more monster, I get blown out even harder if I do run into Torrential or Mirror Force, but if I don't, I just win the game. Well, that was easy. Yeah, even mid-GX era, I don't really remember anyone playing Volcanics, in at least a tournament setting. Yeah, I know, like, Lightsworns were pretty big back in the day. Yeah, that's a deck I know was big in that era. Yeah, even then, I think Lightsworn still gets little bits of support, even, like, maybe even in 2026 for all we know. But the deck is, like, on a good day, Rogue at best. That's on a good day. I can just summon DD Warrior Lady and make a level 6 Synchro next turn with that. I don't even know what that does. That requires a lot of setup. That already looks like it requires a lot of setup. Yeah, that's more setup than I would ever care to go through for just trying to resolve a single card. Does this send, like, all cards on the field to the graveyard, though? I mean, at least that's a good effect. Good enough to, like, get 4 different Crystal Beasts in your back row? I don't know about that, though. Set 1 monster, which I could just bounce back to Keymace's hand anyways via the Bryanek. Oh, okay. And I'll just be destroying that too. Discarding just the 1 here. Just so we can get that red-eye zombie dragon into our graveyard. Oh, there's no monsters in here, so I can't actually use Book of Life right now. Cannot do that, there's no monsters in here. Cobalt Eagle, that's one of the few, that's maybe the only one I really recognize at first glance. Oh, Cobalt Eagle. I literally had that in like real life, not just like a legacy format, like 2026 Yu-Gi-Oh! Cobalt Eagle's in there. I don't want the Cobalt Eagle in my deck, actually. But I'm just playing this other card that when it's in my graveyard, I can just go get any field spell from my deck. And also a Crystal Beast, so there has to be one in the deck. And ultimately, I'm just gonna go with the one that, if I do hard draw it, it has an effect to just put itself back on top of my deck. So it's not stuck in my hand. Yeah, specifically I have this in here because I do want Rainbow Bridge of Salvation. I would discard that to King Sarcophagus, and then just the card in the graveyard that just gets discarded would let me go get like 2 more cards in my hand. It's basically, yeah, more like fuel for King Sarcophagus. Just to... yeah, like the Sarcophagus that just lets you play the new Horus monsters from your graveyard. Like, you just send them from your deck to the graveyard, and then you summon them for free every turn. Okay, we actually win here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Yeah, sadly, this one cannot just put itself back on top of my deck if I end up drawing it by accident. I'm gonna win the game with Spirit Reaper. Well, you did just lose a second time. Oh, I'm finally gonna get one of these duelists to give me a card for beating them. Crystal Beast Ruby Carbuncle. Let's make that 3 wins. I don't know why they did that. I think only specifically in the dub. It wasn't Arnold himself, but yeah, the voice actor decided he wanted to sound like the Arnold. Yeah, he decided he wanted to be Arnold Schwarzenegger when voicing that Amber Mammoth. Hasta la vista, baby! Yeah, apparently that's what they thought Amber Mammoth would sound like in the English dub. Oh, yeah, that was amazing. So if I play my own field spell because we're playing with old rules, that removes the one that's already there, never mind. So what does this one do now that it's actually... Oh, okay. So far it doesn't have any effects. Tomato. Yeah, sure, put that in my deck, despite the fact it has 0 synergy with everything else. I mean, at least it has 1700 attack, which is still okay, I guess, for a normal summon with no tributes. Yeah, random Amber Mammoth in the zombie deck. Oh, there's Cobalt Eagle. No attacks, though. Draw. Ooh, Pyramid Turtle. Can we do something crazy with this? Yeah, I'm trying to get this to die in battle, this turtle. I'm trying to get that turtle in the graveyard. This would be even crazier if I had Zombie World, but... Anyways, I'm still gonna get to a 2400 attack beat stick in Zombie Dragon. That's still more than enough to clear everything Keymace has. And then it's gonna be Mystic Tomatoes, gonna run over Eagle. Yeah, the only Crystal Beast I've actually, like, really run a deck, and I don't even want it to be in there. It's just... If I want to use Rainbow Bridge of Salvation, a Crystal Beast has to be in there, and this is, like, the least suckiest one. Yeah, let's go with the one that I could at least just put itself back in my deck if I get stuck drawing it by accident. I guess I could just destroy the field spell as well here. I'll just go to battle phase. Tomato could have run this over, but I didn't know this was going to be the 400 defense cat. Could have been a second tortoise. Could have been tortoise for all we know. Alright, there's Arnold Mammoth again. What monster did I set? I set a Raikou Lightsworn Hunter. So this plus Raikou can just make a 5. Might as well have the attack of that mammoth anyways. Alright, where's... We'll just go Magical Android. Give Magical Android some love. Hasta la vista, baby. Alright, it goes in the back row. Second copy of the Crystal Beast field spell. That is fine. I'm just gonna go right to battle. Didn't even need that Call of the Haunted. Never needed it. So that's, yeah, one more opponent accounted for. There's a key mace number 2 somewhere and a gate mace I have to go find. Luna's gonna be in the same spot when I'm ready to go back to the spirit world. First, I want to see if I can either buy a new structure deck, one that I haven't bought yet, and or see if actually Helio wants to trade cards again. Or I could just, yeah, spend some of my money regardless. No trade option still on this kid. Let's see some great cards. The new booster pack. Elemental Energy. Well, I guess I'd introduce the Dark World monsters. Other than that, I don't really think there was like... Yeah, other than that, I don't really think there was like much going for this set. I mean, it's like an early GX era set. Most of them are pretty much like that, not much going for it. We'll just see what we pull anyways. That is totally unsummonable right now, right? I don't have either one of these monsters. And even if I could summon this... A 2500 attack monster that can attack in... Well, defense monster that can attack in defense position. Oh, it can attack directly. While it's in defense mode. To do 1000 damage. That's basically almost all of Jaden's elemental heroes, really. I don't know, this is just how they always sounded to me. This is one of the better cards in the set, and we already own a copy of it, so... This is one of the things we could have been hoping to pull for if we didn't already have it, but we already do have it. Okay, there's one of the better Dark World monsters from back in the day. I mean, that's even more backbreaking if the opponent ends up discarding it for you. Yeah, I don't know why I even spent my money on this. This is still the deck that's currently for sale, and I think I own a copy of this already, so I'm not buying two. I'm not gonna double up by two. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be a different deck. You never know. I'll just probably do some more duels, then have to come back. But... do I need to use them still? Or can I just run through? Okay, never mind, the bridge is out. How many stabs were there to pick up here again, anyways? How many things could I also use it on? This closes the door here, right? Yeah, that closes the door back up. And literally achieves nothing else. I don't see any more of these staffs to pick up. Oh, restored the entire bridge, in fact. Yeah, there's somebody here that wasn't there before. Oh, and some treasure in it for me as well. I already have my playset of Raiko Lightsworn Hunter, hilariously enough. Did a pretty good job hiding. Behind the tree. Yeah, pretty good job hiding. And then I'll have to think about also how we're gonna get back once I'm done dueling Gate Mace 3 times. Think about how to get back as well. So we're on Elemental Heroes, are we? Search Sparkman. Oh, polymerization. Huh. Shining Flare Wingman. So we're doing what with the hero mask? And why? Normal summon Beast King of the Swamp. Battle phase. Okay, it just inflicts some battle damage when it destroys a monster. Still, yeah, still dies to deprison. I'll just activate Zombie World here. Alright, battle phase. 200. 300. Yeah, if my opponent just basically puts all their monsters into like one bigger monster, fuses all their monsters together, just to run into something like a Dimensional Prison or a Raiko, this is gonna be pretty quick to do 3 times. And then I can just flip up Raiko again now that I've done that. No hero signal for you. Oh, it has to be a monster, right. I'm gonna just go Paladin of the Cursed Dragon here. Alright, 200 more. Set a monster, and then go to... Yeah, go to end phase. Oh, I just drew the Plaguespreader. Synchro summon. Alright, just gonna go with Brionac. Alright, let's just go and do this 2 more times and then figure out how we're gonna get back here. Oh, you're gonna give me one of your elemental heroes. Or a fusion substitute monster. King of the Swamp. Trying this again, are we? What's it gonna be this time? Flame Wingman. Miracle Fusion. What are we summoning with that? Oh, gonna get rid of the Flame Wingman and the King of the Swamp. What are we making with this? Shining Flare Wingman again. It didn't work the last time. What makes you think it's gonna work this time? I got the Dimensional Prison. Again. And that's a Spirit Reaper. Gonna Fissure the Neosalius. Battle phase. Mainly just to take the last card out of my opponent's hand. Stratos. Long time no see. Sure, I take 1500, but yeah, I'll definitely have a way to get rid of this Stratos. I'm just gonna flip Dust Tornado here. And then 1500 more. Nice. Alright, one more duel and then we're out of here. I guess we're getting rid of the Miracle Fusion then. I guess we'll run out Zombie Master and attack like this here. And then I'll just end my turn. I'm gonna stop the 1800 attack monster from coming onto the battlefield, and I'm gonna stop the search. Plus, she's not gonna get a search either. Or he or it. Alright, flip summon Raikou. Yeah, this duel's clearly gonna this duel's gonna be over in no time. Alright, run out the pyramid turtle and clean this up. That was our third duel, and now we can get out of this part of the forest. Now we can leave. Hopefully it's just as simple as using the staff to... I hope it's that simple. I think I have to repeat this whole, like, Maya staff puzzle just to get out of the spirit world again. It only restores part of the bridge. I'm thinking I wasted a staff, or I wasn't supposed to use it. So yeah, that's how you get here. That gate is closed. This one was actually pretty easy. I'm thinking this is the bridge we actually have to restore. Exactly. And then reset the waterfalls so the water's actually pouring down it again. All this just to get back to where we started. Re-enter town. Gonna save so I don't have to repeat that part of the puzzle again, either. that's Regulus. That's Keymace number 2. Welcome to Magic World. Haha, just kidding. This here is the Spirit World, as if it could be anything else. Because one Keymace wasn't enough, now I gotta duel number 2 3 times. Cloudian. I completely forgot that was a deck. Alright, so I can't attack this turn. Alright, there goes my Cyber Dragon. It was not long for this world. So we're just killing this newborn cloud, basically. Another smoke ball. Okay, do these fog counters do anything to my monsters? What are we gonna add back? Two smoke balls? Is that what we're doing? Yep. Add back the 2 smoke balls to end with salvage. Sure. Alright, so now I'll banish a light in the dark. For Chaos Sorcerer. Alright, end phase. and I guess we'll just activate again. So what does that do exactly? Place a fall counter on one monster on the field. That's it? Okay, all that to set a monster. Alright, I'm gonna play a second Caius. Yeah, really nice bunch of dual points, really nice chunk of dual points right there. I'm gonna have like a lot of dual points to spend by the time I finally unlock this pack. Yeah, with all the games that I had to play to get this unlocked. Yeah, making me think unless, yeah, I really need to unlock some of the other packs. Will it even be worth it in the end? Unless I know exactly what cards I want from said packs and there's no other options available. Okay, that was a Fisher. I'm gonna play a creature swap here. Send the Pyramid Turtle over to my opponent's side. Oh, I'm gonna get one of those smoke balls for myself. Alright, let's just go with Red Eye Zombie Dragon. Alright, just go to end phase. Let's summon another monster then. Battle phase. Another smoke ball. I don't even know why you would even bother playing these in any deck, really. And then attack with Zombie Master for another 1800. Alright, yep, that's our third smoke ball. And now we need to just do this one more time, and that should unlock Duelist Genesis if I've read that page on GameFAQs correctly. That should unlock it. One last duel. Unless I somehow lose the Cloudians of all things. And I've been on absolute slaughter with the zombie deck, so I don't think that's gonna happen. So if I attack this cloud with anything, whatever I attack it with is gonna get destroyed. And inflict 800 damage to your opponent. I mean, this thing has 0 attacks, so Plaguespreader can just kind of just be a decoy to get rid of it. Yep, so there's the zombie dragon. Alright, yeah, I don't get to attack this turn. That is fine. Oh, we just drew Zombie World. That's gonna be crazy. We'll just tribute Gale the Whirlwind for this Red-Eye Zombie Dragon. I'm gonna be calling it quits real soon as well at this rate. Now what does that do? A bunch of fog counters. Alright, end phase. just go to battle phase. Another Cloudy and Ghost Fog. Now I gotta wait for it to just put more fall counters on my monsters and probably never do anything with them, but you never know. Alright, let's go to end phase. Remove a fog counter from my zombie dragon to do what? Make me discard a card at random. It's not once per turn. As long as there's enough fall counters to do it again, he can do it again. Or she. Remove 3 fog counters from anywhere on the field to discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand. I mean, might as well. That's gonna leave my opponent with 600 life points. Sanctuary in the Sky. Oh, so I lose my zombie world to that. You can remove 2 fog counters from this card to destroy 1 monster. It has to be from this card specifically, not from anywhere on the field. I'll just destroy the field spell that makes it so the opponent takes no damage from battle involving their fairy monsters. And then just attack with whoever and just win the game. And just win anyways. So we're back up to, like, what? 7,100 duel points. Back up to, like, well over 7,000. And there's probably a new pack. There's probably a new pack in the shop after that. Unless I did something wrong. Unless it turns out something I did incorrectly. Let's see, Duelist Genesis, let's just see that I did this right. Let's see that I went and did this correctly. There it is. Okay, I got it. I got it unlocked. Duelist Genesis. There it is. And all this extra work I had to do just to get this pack in the shop. But yeah, on the bright side, look at all the money I have to spend on the cards I actually want from Duelist Genesis. Also, what is this? Oh, Machina Mayhem. Oh, that's actually also a structure deck I already own. I think I'll pass on buying another copy of that, too. Alright, let's get to work here. Start just opening lots of... Let's just open a bunch of Duelist Genesis. Let's just get to work here. Not even gonna bother to draw out the suspense either. So yeah, this is the actual interesting stuff. The cards in the rare slot. So I already have a Stardust Dragon. That's like one of the first things we see is a Stardust Dragon. There's some okay stuff in the commons. Magical Android is a common, I had no idea. So yeah, this would also round out a playset of Creebons. So yeah, I know Stardust Dragon is really nice and whatnot, but... we're gonna keep opening packs to see if we can get any of the other big Synchro monsters. Can we get any of the other big hits? And yep, there is a brand new Goyo Guardian that's gonna go straight in the deck. There's like either the second best or just the best like level 6 Synchro to go into. There's the Goyo. Montage Dragon? I wasn't looking for this. Wasn't looking for that. Send 3 other monsters from your hand to the graveyard. What if this just gets removed with something like Dimensional Prison? Then I'm losing this and the 3 monsters I sent? Stardust Goyo, it's really not gonna get much better than this. I have 2 Stardust Dragons now I have 2. Yeah, we're obviously not getting much better than that. Maybe if I could also get my hands on Red Dragon Archfiend, but that's not the most important thing in the world. Yeah, that's like 2 of the 3 Synchro monsters I really want to just get in my collection, and... Stardust Dragon, Goyo, I think those are like, yeah, the better of the... Those 2 are the better of the 3 I could have gotten, but... anyways, maybe if I just need 3,000 attack on a level 8. Because I still don't have that. I still don't have that yet. So yeah, Stardust Dragon and Goyo Guardian, finally in the collection. Yeah, that is huge, to finally have those. That is big. I'm seriously doubting I'm ever gonna go summon this thing right here, but you never know. I mean, this is literally just like a worse Goyo Guardian in every way, so yeah. Yeah, that's making that the extra deck is looking a lot better already, with Stardust and Goyo in there, looking much better already. Yeah, especially man, 2800 attack on your level 6. And every time it destroys a monster in battle, you can just get to summon it to your side of the field. Pretty easy to do that with a 2800 attack stat line. with a stat line like this, pretty easy to run stuff over in battle. Also, yeah, that second dimensional prism, I'm gonna find room for it in the deck somewhere. Let's quickly find a spot for it. How many tribute monsters do I have? I have like a lot of them, actually. Actually, no, I think I only have like... This we can just normal summon without attributing. That special summons itself, that special summons itself. Same here. I'll throw that in the sideboard, I suppose. Where's that other copy of Dimensional Prison lying around anyways? Main deck didn't really change much, but yeah, the extra deck got some pretty big upgrades. 2 upgrades, but really big ones. Oh, the number of duels it won or lost gets like reset when I just change the deck list. See all the cards you've collected. All cards, unknown percent. We don't know how many cards we've collected already, we don't know. Yeah, I'm just about done for the night. I'm getting tired, so yeah. Is this where I would go to see which bonuses I have unlocked? Okay, dual record is where I would go to see max continuous wins, 52. Total summons, 640. No fusions, no rituals, yet. Spells activated, 229. Traps activated, 179. Oh, this is the highest number of cards... Highest number of actions performed in a single duel? This is just like grand total across the entire series so far. Oh, I was playing Armed Dragon level 3 into Armed Dragon level 5. That's why it leveled up. That's where we got the one level up from. Exodius finish bonus. Low life point bonus. Extremely low life point bonus. Over 20,000 life point bonus. Spell card bonus. Do I not have this yet? How many fusion or ritual summons do you need to get in a single game to trigger these? Effect damage only bonus. So what, we gotta play a burn deck to get this, essentially. Hand destruction, deck destruction bonus. Luck, spell counter, position change, crystal beast, same card. No monster card zone. Tempting to try for some of these extra bonuses. Just to see what else we could end up unlocking. All monster levels deck. So every single monster level from 1 to 12 would need to be represented in said deck. No limited, semi-limited cards deck. That can't be that hard, right, to do? That can't be too bad. Yeah, some of these aren't too bad to try and get.